Namaste. My name is Nilesh and I teach AI and generative AI to working IT professionals in a very simple language. So in this video, we'll make a basic AI agent. So let's first understand what an AI agent is, and then we'll make an, an agent where we'll connect an OpenAI model to Google search. So what is an agent? So basically to understand this, we have an LLM. So whenever we ask a question to an LLM answers that questions based on its knowledge. So for example, whenever you ask a question on chat GPT, the model answers the question based on its knowledge. But we all know that these LLMs are pre-trained model. So GPT-4 itself stands for generative pre-trained transformer. So transformer which is pre-trained and which can generate. So they when the model is pre-trained, they have a knowledge cutoff. So they cannot answer any question which is related to current affairs, right? Which is any activity or any incident which has happened after their training is over, they'll not be able to answer. So what we can do, we can give access to a tool. So through tools, LLM can basically access an external environment, get the result, and pass it on to the user. So for example, let's say we want LLM to answer what is the current weather at any location, and we give access to a weather app. So an LLM will access that weather app and then read and get the current information and pass it on to the user, or basically generate it for the user. So similarly, it can access Wikipedia, it can access Google, it can access any other website. So basically we need to give access to the LLM, and now here LLM actually decides. So whenever we ask a question, if LLM knows the answer, it will give the answer. However, if it doesn't, then basically it will think that okay, now by accessing this tool I can get the answer. It will try to access the uh, external application and get the answer. So let's start, and by when we do it, you'll understand it better. So here we'll be using OpenAI's model. So we are installing OpenAI first, and we'll be using LangChain to create that agent. LangChain is a development framework for creating LLM based applications. So we'll be using LangChain for that. So first let's see when, so we are adding an OpenAI key. You will get this thing on OpenAI. Please remember that this is a paid key, and don't use this API key because I'll be disabling it after the video. So now what we are saying, we are basically creating a prompt where we are using model as GPT 3.5 turbo, right? We are specifying model as model, and messages, whatever messages will send. Temperature we are specifying as 0. More the temperature, more the randomness. We are asking a very simple question. We don't want model to be creative, so we are giving temperature as 0. So let's this, and now let's ask who is the Prime Minister of the UK. So let's see what answer we'll get. So now the model is saying as of October 2021, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom is Boris Johnson. So model doesn't have information till this date. So after Boris Johnson, UK has seen two prime ministers. So we don't have the current information. So now let's build an agent where we'll give access to LLM. We'll add a tool called, basically a tool for Google search. So LLM using this tool can search on Google, get the result, and then give us the latest answer. So this is what we'll be doing. So for that, now let's build an agent. So first we'll install LangChain community. Why we install LangChain community? Because to access any third-party application, we need to install LangChain community. So this is what we'll do. And now if you see, we are installing Google search results. So install Google search results, and now, so here, so now we'll import tools. So tool is an Using tools, LLMs access external applications. So we are importing load tools. For initializing the agent, we have initialize underscore agent. We are importing this. And as we are using OpenAI's models, we'll import OpenAI. So now let's import all these three things. And now from agents we import, okay, we are again doing this. Okay, so now what we are doing, let's say, so we are adding OpenAI API key, and we are using SERP API, SERP API key. How you will get this thing? If you see, you need to search on the Google. Just search SERP API key, and after going to Google search API, once you log in, once you register, you will get the API key. So it's very simple and it's free, so you can use it. So now let's add our OpenAPI key and SERP API key. And now we are initializing the LLM. We are saying OpenAI temperature equals to 0. You can specify temperature more as well, but currently we are asking a current affairs question. We don't want model to be creative, so we can specify temperature equals to 0. And now here we are saying tool names equals to SERP API. Here we are giving only one tool, but we can give multiple tools as well. So whenever a question will come, basically model will decide which tool to use. So here, as we are building a very basic agent, we are specifying SERP API only. So model will always, or basically whenever it has to access an external application, it can only access Google only. And then we are specifying tools equals to tool names, right? So tool names we are specifying. So now we have tools. Now we are building an agent, right? So using initialize agent, we have passed the tools, and then we have passed the LLM, which is our OpenAI's LLM, and then we are saying agent equals to 0-shot React description. So we are not giving any example for model to understand, and that's why we are saying 0-shot React description. With the initial example, like with the initial question only, model has to access the Google app. And verbose equals to true. This is important because now we'll see how the model was thinking. Once we get the answer, we'll come to know how model was thinking. So now let's initialize the agent. So now once we have initialized the agent, now let's ask agent.run who is the Prime Minister of the UK. Now let's see what answer we'll get. Apart from answer, what is important is you see how model is thinking. So first model is saying I should always think about what to do. And then action is search. So it has decided that I need to search. With what is the action input? So it has decided that the action input, as in the search input, would be Prime Minister of UK. So based on that, it got the answer Keir Starmer, and then it basically it reflected that whether the answer is correct or not, or whether it has got the answer or not. So it is thinking that, the thought was I should now know the final answer, and the final answer is Keir Starmer. So it has finished the chain and it has provided us the answer Keir Starmer. So this is how model has thought when we have created an agent. So basically an agent is you provide an external application access to the model. So whenever a question comes, model will access that application using the API, and it will get the result and it will provide it to you. So based on that, one of the limitations which LLMs have, that they have a knowledge cutoff and they can't answer a general knowledge question or a current affair question. With using agent, we can overcome this limitation of LLMs. So this is what we have built. This is a very basic agent. I have built multiple other AI agents on my channel. So please go and watch those videos. Hope you like this video. See you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.